Okay, everyone. So with the delay of getting our data into the Google Docs, one of the things that we are going to do today is you're going to start your graph. But here's what you're going to do. So we're going to use, I would say, our own data from our class. And then we're going to look at all day data. And on our spreadsheet, let me go to our spreadsheet real quick so you can see. So on our spreadsheets, let me move okay. You'll notice on your spreadsheet how I have averages, okay, from our class. And then at the very bottom, I have averages set up for all day data, okay? And as soon as everybody gets their data in, these numbers should change at the bottom as well. So this at the bottom would be our total average from all day. And then once we get everybody's data in here, and I know the settings were set up weird to not let you, but by the end of the day, you should be able to just graph those two things at the end. But, with that being said, you might be able to get started on your own pieces of data. So what I would do here on your sheet is you need to kind of divide your graph in half because this is where you're going to start. So these are going to be your positive changes up here. So I'm not let me go back. I don't want you to have to label that. So I'm going to label this 0 change. So this is going to be change in temp degrees Celsius. So initial minus final. Okay. So the only thing that you have to remember, because I'm doing initial minus final, is that it's kind of opposite of what you think if you did initial minus final. And let's take a look at like this imaginary set of data. So say you started out with the initial is 30 and after exposure to icy, it was 24. So that 30 minus 24 is 6. Okay, so I'm going to have 2 of these be, this is going to be my group, okay, my group, and I'm going to call this group surface, and this is going to be, I'm going to do class surface. I'm going to do group internal, class wide internal. Okay, like all days data. Okay, up until this, I'm going to say this is all cold water. Then I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to say maybe group surface, class surface, group internal, class internal. And then from here to here, this is going to be hot water. Okay. And then, so for example, if I have 30 minus 24, it was 6. So say I just wanted to go by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then I'm going to look at the class average and whatever that is. Okay. And whether I go up or whatever. Okay. And then internal, say, was 2, and my class data was 2. Okay, when I did hot, if the hot water, let's say I started out at 30 degrees and after exposure I got 37 degrees, that would be a -7, okay? If I started 30 degrees and my body temperature was 31, I'd be a -1, okay? Well, how do I do negatives? Well, in this case, 1, 2, so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 below. Let's say the average was 6 for change. Let's say the internal, oh, whoops, I said it was 2 or 1, and let's say our class average was 2. Okay, so see how this changes a little bit. Okay, even though it was negative, so this meant it was getting hotter, and this was getting colder. Okay, so you may have to, and don't forget, of course, a title and label. You might want to put a key if you want for cold water, for example, and hot water, whatever hot water color you're doing, okay? Unless you're going to label down here is fine, but you're going to have to probably wait on your class average data until after school, until we get final total, okay? So you can work on getting your graph set up. All you got to do is your final pieces. Okay, the other piece that you're going to be given is you're going to be given a new rubric for your CER, which looks like this, okay? And you can get started on your CER. Your lab also needs to be completed with independent, dependent, control and controlled variable pieces, okay? This, you're going to come in with a rough draft tomorrow of your CER, okay? And I kind of broke down your CER a little bit easier with that. Again, you're going to want your class average data from the whole entire day along with that. But you're going to come in and you're actually going to have friends read over your CER on Thursday to help you, okay? So that's really important that you work on that. The rest of the hour is going to be spent doing some other data digging and looking at your CER and answering some questions about your lab. Thanks.